Remember that they are changing my voice. This video is about why I won the clash. I'm just going to go over the 14 points and a few scriptures, because the last time I made the video it didn't come out as well as I wanted it to come out, and I want to make sure that people have a good understanding of this. So point number 1, they are being spiritually trampled ruthlessly by Christ as they look like weird tech-assisted frat-looking worms. Worm-faced geeks. What they missed out on is mitigation, among other things. They could have mitigated when they didn't. Point number 2, they pester me like sissies, hoping I look weird to beta and weird people in a small town, while they see me manning up more than anyone in history. They know I am targeted, and people, see me carrying my cross. So they're hoping that I look weird to betas and weirdos, right? But those betas and weirdos in the small town, they see me manning up more than anyone in history. They know I'm targeted. They know I'm carrying my cross. Just this morning at Starbucks, I saw a couple gang members, maybe Northern Hispanics or something, and they kind of looked at me hard, but they knew damn well that they were sent by the government, which plays them out. They knew damn well that I'm carrying my cross and I'm targeted for manning up, not for obeying the government like a bitch. And so as we look at it, right, every clash, from people staring at me and shrugging it off, from every day that they're persecuting me, I'm winning, they're losing. Nobody wants that bitch jacket on. No one wants to be riding bitch with the government, right? Everybody with any heart at all wants to be standing firm as a man. Goes without saying. So what they miss out on? They miss out on making the wise decision to compensate me and working around me, instead of, persecuting me and looking like idiots, right? And the benefits from doing that. Point number 3, they disgrace their groups, including families, friends, religions, and nations, why I'm the top martial artist ever possible. What they miss out on, among other things, is being insulted less. So every time I say what they miss out on, by default, it's going to be among other things. I'm kind of zooming on 1 or 2 things to help you understand why I'm right, because there's so many reasons I'm right here. Point number 4, they fail to coerce me as time flies by at whisk. I made a song in 2012 where I said time flies by at whisk, and that time really went fast. What they miss out on is not being and looking so stupid. Point number 5, they use gay harassment and technology that attacks the mind, as they are utterly disgraced as government-backed organized sex offenders, like the Jeffrey Epstein crowd, for example. What they miss out on is having far more decency in them and in their spirits. Point number 6, God's spirit burns and decays their smashed souls and spirits more and more while they live in a pitiful state of chaos and desolation. What they miss out on is the fact that they should have mitigated the ruin of their offspring. Point number 7, their financial sabotage techniques fail, as my faith in God and myself is far greater than money. I am the king of martyrs. What they miss out on is they could have had far better lives if they compensated me with $10 to $12 million some years back. And there are many of them suffering from that failure. It's kind of a group failure on their part, and everyone outside the divine order to some degree is sharing in that failure. Point number 8, having females shun me has caused people to not respect females more than ever, and covering it up enrages people. What they miss out on? They could have had better relationships. Being paid to that degree makes people more sickening than the lizard or the hobgoblin. These are comic book characters, Spider-Man, what have you. Point number 9, their own staff hates them, as their plan for me and society are both stupid. What they miss out on is they could have mitigated the damage to their staff and their lives. Point number 10, they drug me while sabotaging the physiology, especially the physique, of the masses, and so everyone hates them. What they miss out on is the fact that 189,000 people die a day, including rich people and their immediate family members. So as they die all the time, they die knowing that their heritage could have been far better, and their failure to do the wise thing in this case is the bell that rings the loudest. They miss out on avoiding that mistake. Point number 11, They threaten me as 189,000 people die a day, including 5,000 rich people and their immediate family members. That's over 202 an hour, okay? And it's like 3 every minute. What they miss out on is God fulfills his threats in a way that goes far beyond theirs, and I'm in his spirit and on his side. So when their family members die, I'm in the spirit of God that is marshaling them to hell, and they're making it worse for themselves. I mean, little kids should understand this. Point number 12. Their offspring are evil, miserable, ultra-childish scum. Clashing with me has made them far worse. What they miss out on is they could have bred and raised far better offspring. They're like Cronus in Greek mythology. You know, they're consuming the life worth of their offspring. Point number 13. They keep threatening my family, which overkills the fate of their families and their offspring. What they miss out on is they should not have sunk to that level, so they miss out on not being so low. Point number 14. Everyone knows a black martial arts hero, Jesus, is more impressive than a gay, long-haired, white, or Jewish Jesus. How could anyone be so stupid as to try to pretend that they are above me? Does not their depictions of Jesus embarrass them enough? What they miss out on is they could have avoided embarrassing themselves in their groups, rich, white, Jewish, and LGBT supremacists especially. Now again, I'm not racist, I'm just kicking the ballistics here. Psalm 11:5. The Lord examines the righteous, but the wicked, those who love violence, he hates with a passion. On the wicked he will rain fiery coals and burning sulfur, a scorching wind will be their lot. Psalm 14:3. All have turned away, all have become corrupt, there is no one who does good, not even one. Proverbs 5:23. For lack of discipline they will die, led astray by their own great folly. Proverbs 11:22. A beautiful woman who rejects good sense is like a gold ring in a pig's snout. Isaiah 30:30. The Lord will cause people to hear his majestic voice and will make them see his arm coming down with raging anger and consuming fire with cloud burst. Martial art cloud burst, thunderstorm, and hail. Here's a quick couple of one-liners for you here. There's a difference between fools embracing their disgrace and bigger fools increasing their disgrace. As rich people, craftsmen, nerds, or scientists try to take on the top martial arts ever possible, they are running into a wall over and over, disgracing themselves and showing the insightful observer why not to take me on.